New tonight, a big update to the story of a University Hospital nurse whose arrest, caught on camera, has captured the attention of the world. The officer behind that arrest has now been fired from his job with a local ambulance company. In a statement tonight, Gold Cross Ambulance says although Jeff Payne was not working as a paramedic at the time of the incident, his comments in regards to transporting certain patients to that hospital have been taken seriously. Payne worked for Gold Cross part-time. He is currently on paid leave with the Salt Lake City Police Department while several investigations, including a criminal investigation, take place.
Despite blood draw being a clear sign of a cover-up, department did nothing until nurse video went viral. The officer involved in the shocking arrest of a Utah nurse is now the subject of a criminal investigation only after footage of the arrest went viral. By Rachel Blevins, September 4, 2017. When a video of a police officer violently arresting a nurse who refused to take a blood sample from an unconscious patient went viral, the main questions were, when did this incident happen, were the officers fired as a result, and why were they so adamant about getting the blood sample that they were willing to arrest a nurse who was following the law? The incident occurred on July 26, over 1 month before the body cam footage was released. While the officer featured in the video who initiated the manhandling, Detective Jeff Payne, was taken off of the blood draw unit and placed on administrative duty, he was still paid his full taxpayer-funded salary, and was not subject to a criminal investigation up until the video went viral. However, after the body cam footage of the arrest spread across the internet, Payne was placed on administrative leave, and Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill announced that a criminal investigation will be conducted in the name of transparency and institutional accountability. On the face of the evidence, there is concern that is raised about this officer's conduct, Gill told the Salt Lake Tribune. But the whole point of an investigation is to gather the information about this situation. Advertisement. In response to the video, Salt Lake City Mayor Jackie Biskupski and Police Chief Mike Brown also held a press conference and issued statements on Friday claiming they were alarmed by the video. They insisted that changes to police blood draw policies and officer training have been made, although they did not specify what those changes were. Read more. New study shows land of the free is in swift decline, many countries pass up US in freedom rank. However, one of the most alarming things about the rhetoric from Biskupski and Brown was their claim that seeing the video of Payne's behavior in the media was the first time they had fully seen the body cam footage. This is concerning, not only because it shows that a police chief is not paying attention to the actions of his officers, but also because Jeff Payne was not the only officer on the scene when he arrested nurse Alex Wubbles. There were multiple officers shown in the video who stood and watched, with some even stepping in to help as Payne grabbed Wubbles and violently arrested her. Even if those officers present during the arrest did not feel comfortable standing up and saying something at the time, why didn't they mention anything about it to their internal supervisors? And if they did, why was the police chief not alerted to the fact that he needed to watch the body cam footage in full? As for the question of why police were so adamant about obtaining the blood of an unconscious man that Payne was willing to arrest a nurse who was following the law, and his fellow officers were willing to stand around and watch as it happened, the answer may stem from the reason why the man in question was unconscious in the first place. William Gray, a reserve police officer from Rigby, Idaho, was the comatose patient whose blood was demanded by the Salt Lake City officers. Gray was working as a truck driver when a car crossed into oncoming traffic and collided head-on with his truck, severely injuring Gray and killing the driver of the car. Read more. Death from above bill to give police deadly weapons on drones. The car that hit Gray was driven by a man who was the suspect in a Utah State Highway Patrol chase, which may explain his erratic driving. A statement released by the Rigby Police Department thanked Nurse Wubbles for protecting Officer Gray's rights as a patient and a victim, and noted that Gray was the victim in the crash and at no time was he under any suspicion of wrongdoing. The Rigby Police Department would like to thank the nurse involved and hospital staff for standing firm and protecting Officer Gray's rights as a patient and victim. Protecting the rights of others is truly a heroic act. It is important to remember that Officer Gray is the victim in this horrible event, and that at no time was he under any suspicion of wrongdoing. As he continues to heal, we would ask that his family be given privacy, respect, and prayers for continued recovery and peace. While many have speculated that the reason why Salt Lake City police were so adamant about obtaining a sample of Gray's blood was that they were looking for a substance that would impair his driving to the point where they could not be held liable for the chase in a future lawsuit, the truth may never be made public. However, the fact that a police officer violently arrested a nurse for following the law and respecting the rights of an innocent patient, while multiple officers watched and even aided the arrest, and yet the police chief claims that he never even watched the body cam footage in its entirety, is a fact that cannot be covered up, and should be on the forefront of everyone's mind when looking at this situation. Read more. Cops raid the wrong house, tell the owner, "You're lucky I didn't FG shoot you."
What I've been told to do.
Okay. And so
I'm not okay. Can you cut the corners a little bit, like just shave down the edges? Hey. No.
So,
I have two officers now.
so why don't we just write a search warrant? They don't have to see. I talked to Logan.
Yeah, he's here. He's trying to
We've
call
already
him.
discussed that. And watch command talked to her and says, "No, this is the deal." And she says, "Nope, this is the deal." He told her if she interferes in any way of me getting the blood draw, she's to be arrested.
So this can't be the first time this has ever happened. So why is it weird now? You know?
I've had run into something similar, but they ended up consent. I've never gone this far.
So where's her boss?
Oh, she's been talking to him on the phone. Were you the only one come up, or are there more?
As far as I know, I'm the only one. I'm recording just
Hey, it's Brad.
So am
I
I.
need your help.
Okay.
I am down in the emergency room. What was that? I think I need you to come in if you can. I have officers who are running.
By the way, can I get a consent to release warrant or something?
I can get your phone number. So this can't be the first time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, it seriously can't be the first time we have to drop blood on somebody that's unconscious. I mean, this has to happen all the time. So, I don't know.
3 or 4 times in the gold pod alone. Oh, upstairs, yep. Yeah.
Where's he at right now? Is he?
Sorry.
Oh. So did he cause? Did he kill somebody?
We don't know. They just called us because he was trying to threaten the arrest. So that's why
Well.
we're trying to keep the peace.
Sure.
That's why we brought him. That's wrong.
HIPAA is seriously fucking stupid. So, exactly. So, at what point do they understand they're violating the law?
Until you hear the click, click, then they go through this. Especially when you need a lot.
Oh. Is that the...
I almost talked to a lady about it 2 weeks ago.
Is that the side?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There needs to be some clarification. I don't...
You know what? I hope maybe to prove a point.
We had one of our guys, like, a few people up once.
Employees? For interfering, I guess.
Yeah, for obstruction.
Cool.
Shit at him. His phone went off. I jumped. Because I thought it was mine.
So, just so I know, if he doesn't come off, say no, you're not getting it. Be arrested for obstruction or interfering.
Interfering with criminal investigation.
That's
Now I figure out what code is. Probably.
fine with me. I am sick and tired of coming up here
So the
and dealing with this.
hold on, Brad. So I printed this off. This is what I was told to print off. Hold on. Brad, I'm just putting on speaker so you can. So I have this. It says obtaining blood samples for police enforcement from patients suspected to be under the influence. Okay. This was something that you guys agreed to with this hospital. The 3 things that allow us to do that are if you have an electronic warrant, patient consent, or patient under arrest. And neither of those things, the patient can't consent. He told me repeatedly that he doesn't have a warrant, and the patient is not under arrest. So I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do. That's all. So.
Okay, so I take it without those in place, I'm not going to get blood. Is that? Am I fair to surmise that?
Alex, you're not representing the person in the hospital. You're just
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea why he's blaming me. I'm just representing.
Why are you blaming the message?
She's the one that has told me no.
Yeah, but sir, you're making a huge mistake right now. Like you're making a huge mistake because you're threatening a person.
Okay.
Oh, please.
No, we're done.
No,
we're done. You're arrested.
Hey.
We're done.
Sir, I had administrative coming. Hey!
Seriously. Hey! Hey! Hey!
You're assaulting me! Stop! Stop! I've done nothing wrong!
I have administrative.
I'll hold your phone.
I've done nothing wrong! Leave my phone!
I have
What is happening?
Hey.
This is crazy!
And this is really unnecessary.
This is crazy!
She's under arrest. That's fine. It doesn't have to doing her job.
Hey!
Why is he so angry?
That's fine. Okay? I'm leaving this with her.
Tell Brad what's happening.
Anybody who
That's why
wants to
the
defend that, that's your option. He will be taken down. Okay? So, take
I
your
am
upper place.
scared.
I have hospital administration coming. They can talk to you.
Just
Sir.
You can talk to him. Let him take her to the car.
Then walk.
no, I am not being let to walk. Stop! You're hurting me and holding me. Please, I can't believe it. What is happening? What is happening?
Where do you think this is? Brad?
How does this dig in this? First in Utah, about ready to leave. Headed for Watch Command.
I know, and I have our
You're outside the hospital? Oh, good. Where's the ER?
officer. Can I get your name?
Jay Payne. P-A-Y-N.
Jay Payne. P-A-Y-N. P-A-Y-N.
We're at my phone.
I don't either.
What's your badge number, sir? H63.
H63?
Okay.
I know, but you don't have to do that. Brad, I got another.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Is that her phone?
Yeah.
I'll give it to her.
Damaged by.
Please take my phone.
I'll take it.
Do you want them? You don't want it?
I don't know what, I want it, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I can't find it.
Well, I can put it on your lap, or you'll want it.
What's happening? I don't understand. I come to work to tell you.
Somebody wanted that. Hi, sir. Would you like to speak to this young lady?
Well, I need to talk to you first, and then I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Hi, this is Brad, supervisor again. Hey, they have arrested the burn charge here, so I have the officer right here. Can I put you on speaker?
Wearing a dark blue shirt and light blue shorts. Does have a razor with him. I get a pistol location from the
I don't know. I have the chief of police here.
That's a loot.
Thank you. I have our privacy officer.
Okay, they're busy. Give him a second.
Just a second.
Is that in connection with the call you're on?
Hey, can you give him a second? He will talk to you. I can promise you that. Give him a second.
Alright, they're holding me outside. Did they hand officer? Did they put her in?
No. Okay. The problem is this, okay? You're telling me what your policy is.
Still there?
And I appreciate that you have a policy.
It's not my policy.
No, I know.
I work for this.
I
It's not my policy.
understand that. You're telling me what a policy is. It's a workplace policy. It's what lawyers and stuff put together to prevent liability from coming onto the hospital, and I appreciate that. What I was trying to tell you on the phone is the law, okay? And what I'm trying to say is, now, had you taken the officer up, you could have had a
It's not an issue of me taking it up. I'm also obligated to my patient and to protect them.
Okay, the person that you're trying to protect is the victim in a fatal crash, okay? We are trying to ascertain if he has anything in his system or anything, but
He's already promoted, he's already been given medication to keep him comfortable. So any of that information would be a
right,
moot
but
point.
no,
And that's not up to me.
the hospital records will clear that on the levels that are given, okay?
I-
You're trying, no, you're trying
But that's not going to help me. I'm just being...
legal defense.
No, I'm not
You're-
trying to do anything. I'm being told what to do and what my...
Okay,
I've been told...
and what I'm trying to tell you is, we wanted blood from this guy. Now, I have talked to people, and there's probably a much better solution that we could have come to, okay? But, all we had to do was the blood, okay? And my point is, there are civil, if we're breaking the law, if we're doing wrong, okay?
Call Miller.
Just listen to him.
Listen to me. If we're doing wrong, there are civil remedies, okay? It's called fruits of the poisonous tree. If we took this blood illegally, it all goes away, all right? So there's civil remedies if we make a mistake. What I'm telling you is, we are not making mistakes, okay? I've done this for 22 plus years. I know what the law is when it comes to search and seizure, all right? And what you have done, because your bosses are telling you to, has been to prevent this officer who was called out to do a job to do his job. That's obstructing justice. Okay? I understand you're not trying, but you're succeeding. That's the problem. Okay? And so what we want to do is, tell me this. Is it practice for the hospital to draw, did he come in unconscious? Okay, so you can't even answer my question. I know, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but see, do you take blood from them? As soon as they come in, right? Okay. I understand that. Okay. If I knew that beforehand, I I would have just told Logan to come and get a warrant and access that blood that you guys have already drawn. Okay? But this is stuff that we could discuss, not when you're telling me, no, I'm not going to do it. Well, you then did. When I tried to explain my point, you said it doesn't matter what you say. I'm not letting you go up there. And I'm telling you, don't. No.
And I just wanted to clarify it with both my house supervisors here and the people that were telling me that information.
Is this person, do you know, is this person a resident of Utah? That we're trying to get blood from?
I have no idea.
It's another problem, okay? So why are you involved in this? You don't have anything to do with this.
Because I'm the charge nurse in the unit and he was admitted.
Okay, so
You want to hold this just in case she wants you to keep it? I can give it to her if she wants.
but you're not trying to understand. You're trying to tell us no. That's all you're doing. Because I'm trying to explain stuff. And all I'm hearing is, well, I can't. No. And I'm trying to tell you, I understand that is the policy position, but your policy doesn't affect my legal standing.
Sir, yes, there are people coming, and I have Tracy's coming, Brad is coming, Colleen is coming. Sir, I have the hospital privacy officer on the phone with me right now.
And what does he know about this individual that I'm trying to get blood from?
Just what we've told him.
Okay, so he doesn't know anything. I don't need to talk to him. Okay, because he's going to tell me what your policy is, and I understand what your policy is. I'm trying to tell you what I need legally. Okay, and your policy right now is contravening what I need legally. Okay, which I may not need it. If you have blood that I can get Logan to come and get a warrant and test for later. Okay, but this is all stuff that we should have a conversation with before I'm told no. Okay, there's a very bad habit up here of your policy interfering with my law. Okay, I am trying to conduct a criminal investigation, step through the process. Okay, and you guys are trying to prevent liability coming on the hospital, and I appreciate that, but those sometimes don't meet and they don't match up. And so I gotta decide what we're gonna do with this young lady, because I need to find out if this guy has a Utah driver's license. If he does.
Do we know his name? I can start looking into it.
It's William Gray, yeah.
William Gray, about how old is he?
William Gray, born in 73. It's on the log. If you're attached to this log, it's on the log.
On the top of my blood draw kit, there, just under the top of the paper.
Hello?
Hey, where'd you say it was?
You see my blood draw kit?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thought it was on.
Yeah, what
Open
can I
it
do
to
for
the
you?
top and it should be right there.
Yeah, I got it.
Bravo 237 at 8.
Bravo 237 at 2009. Bravo 211, go ahead.
I'm clear. I'll take that surgery on 4th Avenue.
Roger 211 at 2009, thanks.
Bravo 237.
Bravo 237.
I can take the fight at Fairmount Park.
10 4, you get started that way. If you'll see, check the guy out over by the bike park. It's been only about 35 minutes. A group of people are just in the area. They're wanting to keep the guy on the ground. That's kind of good. The suspect is
Well, and see, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, sir, because I think that the individual we're talking about has a CDL, involved in a fatal accident, and he has their
Hey, I'll put this back for you. Hey, 1014. I'm not seeing any how the don't know if that changes anything.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I'd like to thank you for all your years of support through the years. As a result, this channel has grown and allowed me an equity partnership in carmarshal.com. Please take the time to check them out. They help you buy and sell your next car, even have a negotiating tool to save you from the hassle of haggling with multiple dealers. The link is in the description below. Please click and help support and give if you can too through PayPal or Patreon. Thanks again.